I do think he's a dynamic first-round talent. I think he's got some question marks, but good Lord, folks, I think everybody's got question marks. I mean, outside of Andrew Luck, I don't remember a quarterback that didn't have question marks. John Elway, Andrew Luck. Outside of that, they've all got question marks. Peyton Manning had question marks. Joy Taylor is joining me. Hour 2. How are you, Joy?
Doing great.
Let me start with a Laker topic. They are obviously not in the playoffs. There's a story out. The LA Times is all over this. Now the Lakers are not going to replace Magic Johnson. Okay? But Magic will still be helping them recruit players. Okay, that's not how it works for other teams, but okay. Now it's up to Rob Pelinka. Apparently he's going to get the job. Rob Pelinka, who Arash Markazi, a columnist for the LA Times, said last week, multiple teams won't return his calls because he was an agent, he offended people, he alienated people, and a lot of people won't take his calls and pick up. Here was Arash.
There's no trust from people outside of this Jeannie Buss, Linda circle. Like, they don't think Rob knows what he's doing, and they don't trust Rob. Rob is not the guy that teams want to trade with. You got to bring in a guy that if you get that phone call and you see that caller ID, some teams aren't picking up a phone if it says Rob Pelinka. Nobody realizes how big of a problem Rob Pelinka, I think, is for this team.
Okay, so if that being, that's an LA Times columnist, reporter, feet on the ground, foot soldier, a lot of information around the organization. It feels like, to me, two things feel like they've happened with the Lakers. They've become a mom-and-pop organization in an incredibly corporate, sophisticated, analytical world in the NBA. The league is very sophisticated, and they feel mom-and-pop-ish. They do not have an elite owner, an elite analytics department. They don't have a coach. They don't have an elite roster. I do not believe they have an elite front office. I'm not taking shots. It's just, you compare them to Golden State, where do they win? Players, front office, analytics, owner, no. You can stack them up against Toronto. Where do they win? Owner, analytics, GM, players, no. Now, I think the Lakers have moved into Hail Mary category. Hail Marys are occasionally successful, so are onside kicks. I think it really comes down to this. I think the next 5 years for the Los Angeles Lakers and their franchise going forward come down to 1 week. And that's as soon as the season ends, there's a dead week, and then July 1st, it's free agents. And I think this is their Hail Mary. You trade everything to get Anthony Davis. I don't think he works necessarily that well with LeBron, but he's a hell of a player. So you trade everything to get Anthony Davis. He's represented by Clutch Sports. They'll probably help lean him into the Lakers. So you'll have LeBron and Anthony Davis. And then you cross your fingers on Jimmy Butler. If Philadelphia loses to Toronto in the next round, and it's going to be a heck of a series, I get the people who like Toronto. I like Philly, but I get the Toronto. They play real good defense. They've got tremendous chemistry. They got a little more momentum here. And then Jimmy Butler's unhappy. They decide he's a little disgruntled. Simmons doesn't like him, and they move him. Jimmy Butler loves L.A. He's made no secret of that. He likes L.A. That's your Hail Mary. Trade everything. Just give the Pelicans more than everybody else will for Anthony Davis. Just say, here's Kuzma, here's Ingram, here's Lonzo, here's just boom. And then you have LeBron, Anthony Davis, and you cross your fingers on Jimmy Butler. By the way, I don't think this is like a 10% chance or a 20% chance. I think you're in the 50% category here. I don't think this is crazy talk. I think Butler likes Los Angeles. I think his game actually works with LeBron. I think he'd stay in line with LeBron a little bit. I do. Anthony Davis isn't perfect with LeBron, but he's going to give you 24 and 10, 24 and 12. He's a good player. And he's a thoughtful player. I mean, he's a guy who doesn't need a lot of attention. You know, he didn't have a problem with LeBron getting love and Butler getting love. Anthony likes to play hoops. He likes to win games. He'll give you 23-12. I think he's a good kid. I don't think he's a great leader. I think sometimes he's a tad soft, doesn't play with injuries much. But if Kevin Durant left Golden State, and next year I said, well, is one team's got Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Jimmy Butler. That sounds like it's pretty good. That's a pretty good team. That's better than LeBron, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and a bunch of nothing. So I kind of feel like right now, if you're a Laker fan, and ownership, front office, analytics roster, they don't really stack up. But I don't think it's a crazy Hail Mary. This is a Hail Mary when you have 2 6'7" wide receivers in the end zone and they have small corners. It's not a terrible Hail Mary, and I think that's where we're at right now. Yeah, it's an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary. Better than average. Aaron's throwing it up there. Devontae Adams is tall. Jimmy Graham's up there. Yeah, you got a shot. All right, so Odell Beckham and Dave Gettleman had a little whizzing match over the weekend. Dave Gettleman